Hello, I'm John Galante. I'm the host of the TecHome Builder Webcast, and we have a really important and timely topic that we'll be covering today. We're on the third week of June for our webcast series, and the topic is selling new homes virtually. So important given the environment and the circumstances that we're facing, and a real inflection point for builders and real estate professionals in terms of moving to a full set of tools to present homes to buyers and renters and get them on board. Today, my guests are Lisa Reese, who's the Director of Marketing for NEEZO Studios, and Warren Pence, who is the lead developer. NEEZO is a Toronto, Canada-based company that's been around since 2005, so lots of experience here, 15 plus years. And they're going to kick this session off with a walk through the capabilities at NEEZO, and then we'll dig in a little bit deeper on application. So with that, turning it over to Lisa or Warren. I don't know which one of you.
I'll start off, and I'm going to pass it off to Warren, and he's going to give you a demo of LiveSite, our virtual sales center software. So first of all, I want to thank you very much, John, and the team behind TecHome putting this webinar on. We really appreciate it, and we're looking forward to this. Okay, so here we go. I want to start off just by giving you an overview. We're going to just chit chat about the clients that we have, some of the products that we offer, and then Warren's going to give you an actual demo of LiveSite, and we'll go through that. So as John mentioned, we were founded in 2005. We're 15 years old. We got our start working for HGTV, so definitely in film and television. If you've seen those design shows where the furniture slides, rolls, and falls into place, we kind of started that trend way back about 2011-ish. And now it's commonplace on a lot of design shows. We are also one of North America's largest in-house render farms. We don't outsource anything. Everything is done in-house, North American made. We have an architectural rendering and animation studio. We obviously do scale models as well, and interactive 2D and 3D applications for touchscreen, mobile, VR, AR, internet. And these are some of our prestigious clients we're very excited to work with and looking forward to working with a lot more. So just a few testimonials. You may recognize the twins in the top left-hand corner, the famous Renault twins, Drew and Jonathan Scott from the Property Brothers. So they're who we started off working with at HGTV. And since then, we've gone on to work with several other design shows. And you can see some of their accolades over the years. And again, we're really proud of our team. They're very talented. And here's just a snapshot of some of those shows. We've done some things for Jimmy Kimmel, Drew's Honeymoon, that was a big thing last year, and a new show that just started called Where To I Do, which is very popular. So, yeah. And also, just so your viewers know, we also offer full advertising agency services. I come from a real estate marketing agency background, and I can help you with the strategy, the media planning, and a social media strategy, and all of that sort of thing. So I'm going to hand it over to my colleague, the lead developer for LiveSite, Warren. You can take over from here.
Thank you, Lisa. So I'll take over here and just talk about some of our services we have to offer a little bit. So one of the services we have to offer is architectural scale models. So we do all of this work in-house. So we make scale models of any type of building, whether it's condos, townhomes, detached homes, or white massing site plans. We do all that work in-house. We've been doing that for about 5 years now.
How tall is that scale model on the left, the tower, in reality?
So I don't know the real building. So that is the one in downtown Toronto. I'm not sure the size.
No, the size of the model is that it looks large.
The scale model is
11 feet high, if I'm not.
Yeah, 11 feet high.
Yeah.
Yes. So I'll go over to the next service here. So another service we offer in-house, we've been doing a long time since we started back in 2005, is architectural renderings. So the first category is interior renderings. So we create really high-end, high-scale renderings. So what we'll do is we'll start out by creating a grayscale of your room, make sure that it's architecturally correct. We'll go through that process with you, make sure that you're happy with it, and then we'll then move on to the color stages. We'll go through and make sure that all the finishes, the furniture, everything is meeting your expectations. And like I said, we produce really high-end renderings. We've been doing that for a really long time. We also do exterior renderings. So whether it's a high-rise building, such as the one in Toronto, a shot of an entire city, such as Saskatoon below, or a exterior of a townhome block. Another thing that we do is amenity renderings. So with amenity renderings, we can make your spaces come to life, whether it's a common pool area, a common lounge, a gym. We can also merge these with real life backdrops so that we create that, believable immersion, make sure people completely understand where they're going to be living, what their development's going to look like once it's finished, so people can, be properly informed and feel immersed in their future home. So another service that we offer is architectural animations and visual effects. So these are the same high quality as our renderings. We strive to keep that same high quality and level of work, whether it's our still renderings or our animations. We also have a history of doing TV shows and animations, so we have a lot of experience delivering high-end quality work, whether it's for TV or whether it's for the architectural or real estate industry.
Obviously, such high quality renderings, computer generated, I'm assuming here. Where do you find your talent?
Well, it's funny you should say that. They find us. When we look at our website, we are wondering, where are these people coming from? We've got people who are looking to come work with us from the Ukraine, from Brazil. So eventually these people make their way to move to Canada and they end up at NEEZO. So, and a lot of it's word of mouth. What's that saying? Show me your company and I'll show you who you are. So people who work there have friends that are like them, and then they bring friends. And yeah. But it's definitely something that we get a lot of attraction on our website from people who want to work with NEEZO.
And what's the education like of these designers? Are they trained in artistic design and drawing, and then develop a computer proficiency to turn out graphic custom?
That question I'd probably pose to Warren, because I don't usually hire that group of people. So I don't know exactly, but I know that they're very talented, and they make magic.
Okay.
So, Warren, can you answer John's question in terms of the qualifications of some of the people that work for us in terms of the creative?
Yeah. So
what kind of schooling do they have?
Yeah. So someone like myself, I came from a background of gaming and programming. So a lot of when it comes to the interactive stuff, a lot of the base of what we do is based around game technology. So typically we have people that have experience either heavily on the programming side or heavily on the art side. Either way, both of those lend well towards the kind of work we do.
Mm-hmm.
So typically we're looking for people that have, a lot of experience producing, high-end 3D art, or people who have a good foundation in programming, such as computer science.
Yeah. I want to try to ask, I hope this is a quick question, but the renderings and such that I'm seeing come up on the screen, I see a lot of use of natural light to really create the photorealism there. Are you guys able to, with computers, manipulate angles and types of light that you bring into these photos? Is it a development process with the client where they're like, well, I'd rather this is a nighttime shot versus an early morning shot? I'm just curious about that.
Yeah, so it's a combination of both. So for traditional renderings and animations, that more comes down to the client and sort of what sort of atmosphere, mood they're trying to get across. So our artists will work really close with them. They'll make suggestions to kind of get a certain mood or a certain lighting across. So that really comes down to the specific look they're looking for. The beauty of the interactive applications with the real time is we have the ability to kind of control that on the fly. So we can make an application that you can select any time of day you'd like, any season you'd like. So we kind of give the power back to the buyers in that sense, which is one benefit of having a real-time interactive application as opposed to more of a traditional rendering or animation.
Okay. Well, I will zip it up because otherwise we'll be here all day with me asking questions. Go ahead and take it for your flow.
Appreciate it. Okay, so another service that we offer is product configurators and visualizers. We've been making these for a long time, whether it's a garage planner for Home Depot, a car visualizer for Avery Dennison, or making a kitchen visualizer where customers can go through, pick their cabinets, their countertops, their backsplashes, and have a really nice experience, really getting a good understanding of what their finished product is going to look like. We can also do those in VR as well to make a really immersive experience. So this is an example here for augmented reality and virtual reality of the kind of applications we can make, whether it's taking a white masking scale model and having additional content pop up and display on it, whether it's having a first-person experience in a VR nature trail, getting to know a development, or if it's going through, say, a Facebook office in a mobile VR experience, we can kind of do all those different methods and different methods of immersion to allow people to experience in an incredible, realistic way what it's like to be in these places that actually don't exist yet. So I did an overview. So we have one of our main softwares that we offer is our NEEZO live site. I've talked about our configurators and some of our VR experiences. So now we're going to get into the live site presentation. So an overview of what live site is. So live site brings together a deep understanding of the real estate industry process coupled with experience in real-time data for selling to make memorable and impactful experiences. So what this platform does is we'll take your whole development, we'll turn it into 3D, we'll allow you to browse your real-time inventory, make it a very engaging experience for your customers to be able to explore their development and get a really good understanding of what that community has to offer. So I believe now we're going to play a video going over the features of LiveSite.
Yes.
Okay, so hopefully you enjoyed that. That's an overview video of our live site application. So just to kind of summarize that again before I go over kind of some of the specific details, LiveSite software platform, or sorry, the LiveSite sales platform is a platform that we've been developing over the last 10 years of expertise to create a very concise sales platform to bring all of your digital content into one place, tie it together with real-time inventory to give the buyers a really good and really immersive experience when it comes to buying a home or a condo. So some of the features that this software offers is the ability to explore real-time inventory. So that means you can sell your application online. You can be in a sales center on the other side of the world. All your salespeople have up-to-date inventory and everyone knows what's going on. As well, it gives the ability for us to push this software, whether it's in a sales center, on the web, or on a mobile device. We can get this software in front of your clients on any platform. So another cool feature of this is the price point. So we can offer all these awesome features, this real-time inventory, for what someone would typically offer a 2D interactive for. So you're getting a lot of bang for your buck with our experience and how we've been able to kind of bundle all of our expertise into this software platform. Another feature that it supports, which you saw in the video, is the ability to browse 2D floor plans as well as 3D floor plans and do side-by-side comparisons. So it gives the clients the ability to kind of explore the product in whatever way they want, and as well with the 3D floor plans, be able to connect to that younger generation that maybe doesn't quite understand or translate the blackline plans. So another feature is the lot search and real-time inventory. So like I mentioned before, it ties into real-time inventory. So you can be rest assured that whether you're selling on both sides of the world, no one's going to be selling the same home on the same lot. You're always going to be up to date and informed of what your inventory is and where you currently stand within your project. We also give you the ability to release content over a phased approach. So that's completely up to the builder or the developer of how they want to interact with the software. So we give the ability for users, like I said, to kind of find the perfect home for them, whatever means they find the most useful. So whether that's filtering by footage, a floor range, beds, a certain orientation they'd like to live in, we give the kind of the tools to the buyer to be able to find that exact unit that fits them the best. So another cool feature about this software when it comes to detached homes is a lot of the time there's architectural control or elevation control. So our inventory will take that into account. So it's not going to allow you to place an elevation of a home on a lot that you're not able to. It's not going to allow you to place an elevation that's been sold too many times. So it takes a lot of that guesswork out of the sales process, which is a very helpful tool when it comes for the salespeople. Another cool feature that we include is the ability to see zoomed out area amenities. This will allow you to pull out further from the development, see a large area around the community, understand what sort of amenities and features are nearby that are really going to attract buyers and make them want to come live at your community or development. You can also select the pins to get a pop-up of approximately how far it is from the development, as well as an image representing that amenity. So it's a very interactive way for buyers to understand the community around them. Another really cool feature, like I mentioned before, talking about the difference between a traditional rendering and a real-time application, you have the ability to control whatever time of day you'd like. It's also geographically accurate lighting, and that's important. So if you want to know, is your home getting sunlight in the morning or in the evening, you can tell that just by picking whatever time of day you'd like and seeing exactly how your home or your prospective home will look. As well, we also give the ability to view different seasons. So this we do on the desktop version or the Sales Center version of the application will allow you to be able to switch between a springtime, fall time, get those nice fall colors, wintertime, have snow falling and snow coverage. So you really get an idea of what your community is going to look like at every time of season, depending on your location. Lastly, we provide a backend control system. So this is an easy way for buyers to be able to log in, control their inventory, keep their units information up to date, as well as even help facilitate the sales of units by allowing them to upload the sales and purchase agreements in the backend as well. So we try and give the whole tool set to allow them to manage the whole front end of the software, be able to track all the analytics, as well as record the important information when it comes to making a sale. And that overall, I think, covers the majority of features for LiveSite. Like I said, it's a very good platform for bringing all of your sales material into one concise platform. Are there any other, do you have any questions or anything like that in regards to LiveSite?
It's an incredible set of capabilities, but could you speak a little bit, you or Lisa, to what you think the differentiators are, what really makes this package or even some of the individual elements unique?
For sure. So like I said, we've had a lot of years of experience kind of crafting and building out the software. So we have a lot of user feedback in terms of creating a user flow that really works for sales agents as well as buyers. So we have a lot of experience creating, good user flows that make sense. We also have the ability to kind of push the visual aspect of our applications a lot further than our competition and competitors. We also make games in-house. So we've had a lot of years of experience of learning how to kind of get the most out of our game engine technologies and how to utilize that in the best way possible and bring it to the real estate industry. Mm-hmm. So we have a lot of different sort of areas where we think we kind of have an edge and bring sort of a unique perspective on this sort of.
The thing that kind of struck me was that you've got this great set of visualization tools at the community-wide, and not just the built community, but the overall community, focusing in them on the units within the built community, and then drilling all the way down to the individual unit to have, one set of tools that take that global view to the to the individual unit view, and gives you a rich visual experience every step of the way, and interactivity seems different to me.
Yeah, our main objective is to make sure that the buyer is as informed as possible. So whether that's allowing them to drill down to the specific unit, look at a 3D floor plan, even showing them a virtual view from their unit, that's really important to us to make sure that all that information is being conveyed to the buyer, and as well for the salespeople to make it a good sales platform and easy for them to do their job.
Yeah, so these seasonality and time of day sort of factors aren't just at the community level, they come into the individual unit as well, huh?
Yes, so if you place a detached home on a lot, for example, sliding the time of day, you'll see exactly on that specific lot you'd like to purchase that home. Where are you going to get the sun? Is it the front, the back of your home? All that information will be conveyed to the buyer.
Yeah.
And if I can just say, to add to what Warren just said, that's a really cool feature when you have someone who's a gardener, for example, or someone who's into feng shui and their house has to point a certain way. You're able to literally spin it around and say, here's your home. And if they say, well, I'm buying a bungalow and I don't want a 2-story next to me, we're able, through the lot search, to be able to say, here's your lot and here's what your neighbor's home is going to look like. Yeah.
I mean, it strikes me, and I don't know what sort of anecdotal evidence you have from the field, but it strikes me that it's a richer experience for the user. I mean, they are actually able to think more 360 degrees about this particular model than they would even arriving at a physical model, right? Because they're only going to see it for a certain portion of the day and experience it a certain time of year and portion of the day, and they're able to really imagine themselves in that home at all times of day, at all times of year. That would seem to be, quite a plus for the user.
Yes, for sure. And like I said, those are some of the features we're really happy to kind of offer. Those are certain things that some of our competitors aren't doing. The ability to preview your community any time of day, any season. And it's important to us. It really conveys that information to the buyer. They understand what they're getting into for every time of year. It might just be a little visual feature, a funner way to show the application, but it really does come across to the buyers, and they do have a lot more fun interacting with this and interacting with the sales agents. Yeah. And we've gotten a lot of positive feedback about those kind of features.
Right. So what kind of builder or developer is LiveSite developed for?
It's kind of built for everyone. So it's not built for just one developer. It's kind of custom tailored to each specific need. There is sort of a core to the application, but there are all kinds of different features that we're able to turn on and off, add different features and functionality depending on what that client's needs are. So if you're just a small builder with just a few homes or one building, we can accommodate that, and we can also scale up to multi-year large communities and projects. We can kind of do it all with LiveSite. It's not a one size fits all, but it's a one platform can work for all.
And how long has the LiveSite platform been around?
So the LiveSite platform itself, branded as LiveSite, has been around for just over a year, but we didn't start building this just now. It's a culmination of 10 years of experience of building this kind of software brought into one concise platform that we're now calling LiveSite. So we've been building these applications for about 10 years in different various forms, and we've kind of honed in, refined it to come up with this iteration, which we now call LiveSite.
Right. So do you have any early adopters, any hero customers for this platform? A year isn't a long amount of time, but it's a little bit of time to get your traction established.
Yeah, we've had great amounts of success getting off the ground with LiveSite and kind of leading on our previous experience. I'm sure many of you have probably heard one of North America's largest builders, D.R. Horton. We've been working with them for the last 2 years now. We've delivered several projects over the last year, and they've been using our software all through this whole pandemic as well, because we're able to deliver our sales tools online as well as in the sales centers. So it's been very successful for them, and we've gotten a lot of good feedback. And
is there any way you can characterize ROI for D.R. Horton on these investments that they've made? Have they been able to forego building models to some extent? Have they seen greater sales velocity or traction as a result of using the tool set?
So I don't have any specific numbers on hand, but we have received a lot of positive feedback that it's been very helpful in terms of facilitating that buyer process and informing the buyers.
Yeah. That's cool. And I'm sure sharing details about the #1 builder in North America is not an easy thing to do.
No, but John, you're right in that it will cut down on admin because you don't have all that extra paperwork that you're doing. So there definitely are efficiencies. You're going to be able to not have to build a sales center if you don't want to, or if you do, it'll be a lot smaller than it needs to be because you have the access to LiveSite. So there is definitely built-in ROI right off the top. As soon as you factor in working with a platform like this, you automatically can eliminate a lot of other things that you would have spent money on.
Yeah, I think that's interesting. So you can look at it from a business perspective as a replacement to model homes and all sorts of physical assets and processes. But that's almost a limited way of thinking about it. If you think user experience and actually them trying to make an assessment about an individual unit or a community and the richness of information this conveys, it's not about just replacing and saving money. It's about lifting that buyer experience along the way and realizing some sort of lift from that, I would expect.
Absolutely. I like to say we marry high touch and high tech. So it is definitely a dual prong approach where we're giving the builder technology that serves them, but also enchants and delights the end user. Enchanting
and delighting are good things.
Yeah.
Okay.
We want to be virtually unforgettable, right? That's our tagline for LiveSite.
That's a good one. Well, listen, I want to thank the two of you for giving us this really informative and interesting tour of the LiveSite capabilities and NEEZO Studios generally. For more information, I'm sure we're going to have ways for folks who are viewing this to click through and contact Lisa and Warren. And thank you again for your time today and for a great presentation.
Thank you. Thank you
for
very
the
much.
opportunity.
Thanks.
Thank you.